Hey, it's Lara Joe, SirenSong lover. Gonna do some pulls today, just some energy pulls, do some energy clears, see what comes through, if anything comes through. I know a little hiccup weirdness. I don't know. Energy's weird, the energy's weird in the world, the energy's weird in our environments. Communication, which I don't know. I have the blue light, got some kind of blue energy going on. We'll see if we can get some throat chakra clearing going on. Confirmation burp, we'll just put it that way. Come on in, the water's fine, see what's going on in the world today. See if we can clear anything out. Take a big breath in. And release. Release all the melt, all the stress of the day, of the world away. Take another big breath in. And release. Yeah. Let it all go. Let it all be. Leave it all on the table, even if it's for 5 minutes. Maybe that's advice that I truly need as I stamp my feet impatiently, because I know there's a message there for me. But yeah, I guess leave all your burdens behind and let's see what we can bring out into the world today. Let's see. We will start with the King of Aloha Evil Eye deck. Let's see what we got. Card flying. All right. Well, and of course, because my sound bowl's down here, anything that flies could be hitting the sound bowl. Spine. Someone is using divination tools to pry into your personal life for their advantage. Someone's peeking where they shouldn't be, and they may get hurt feelings. So, that's their own bad. They shouldn't be sneaking around. They want to know what was going on. They should be asking you. Let's see what we have for the cards today. Hope you're doing well out there. Pulling from the Evil Eye deck, King of Aloha. The card that came out was Sea Salt Power. Use the cleansing and restorative powers of sea salt to remove negative energies from your body and home. Oh, excuse me. We'll just use that as a confirmation burp. I have a little bit more in there, so give me just a moment. I never loved burping, yet I know that, and actually what we resist persists. So I don't love burping, and yet I know that when the truth is coming out, it comes out as a confirmation burp because I don't love burping. So I know that because I resist it, that's confirmation. So sea salt power. Use the cleansing and restorative powers of sea salt to remove negative energies from your body and home. Use the ocean power of sea salt to cleanse away large negative energy from within your life. Use all of the elements within your environment. And sea salt is a beautiful one that we have generally within our home that we can use to incorporate that oceanic magic within your cleansing, your energetic hygiene. I like to take sea salt and I'll put it at the barrier, so on the windowsills. I'll put it at the door steps, and actually what I'll do is I'll do protective black salt mixed in with sea salt, and that's easy enough to do. It's just salt with incense that you burn your intention into the salt, and it sprinkles down and you mix it. So then you would sprinkle that at your doorways and at your windowsills and let it sit for about 24 hours. Be mindful if you have pets or children that they don't eat it, so make sure that that's safe. And then let it sit, and then clean it away, vacuum it, sweep it, whatever, and take it away from the house, and then put positive intentions or positive like incense or anything into that space after removing negativity. So when we remove negativity, do not forget to fill that space with positivity as well. I love that this came out for confirmation. The next card that came out that just fell out was Black Salt Power. Use black salt to break hexes and repel unwanted energies. So use black salt. So like I was just speaking on, use incense. You just over sea salt or any salt, but especially sea salt, because again, you're harnessing that oceanic magic, that water, the emotions. You would over the sea salt, you would burn incense and put the intention of protection into it. So black sea salt power. Use black salt to break hexes and repel unwanted energies. Submission magic. Someone wants you to submit to them to allow them to have their way with you. No, thank you. And once we know what their intentions are, we can steer clear of it. So someone in your life wants you to submit to them to allow them to have their way with you. No, thank you. Rebuke that. Send it back. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Withdrawal. You are moving on past those who have issues with you. It no longer matters to you. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, I got some throat chakra clearages that I'm working through. Submission magic. So someone wants you to submit to them to allow them to have their way with you. Withdrawal. You are moving on past those who have issues with you. It no longer matters to you. So anything that they've sent to you, once you know about it, you can send it back. And honestly, trying to control someone is the lowest form of IQ that someone can have, because you can't control other people. You can't. And if you want to control something, get a TV remote or a pet rock or a plant or a pet. I don't know, but trying to control other people never really works that well. So you're removing your energy, and keep doing that. Voodoo. Someone is doing voodoo work on you to achieve something against you. Voodoo. Someone is doing voodoo work on you to achieve something against you. Send it back. And you can feel it. Like if you start discerning which energy is yours and which energy is other people, you will be able to start telling when people are doing work against you, because energetically it leaves a receipt. So I know that sounds maybe higher level, and if you have questions about that or if you want to know more, ask. Because what these that are out here doing dark magic don't realize is that when the recipient of that magic is sensitive, we can tell who sent it, what they sent, what their intent was, everything upon it. So those out there trying to cast energy towards other people, it leaves an energetic latent receipt. You're not fooling anyone. Your energy has a vibrational stench. So I know this is all really big stuff to talk about. It's like dark magic and all of that and evil eye. And yet we need to be talking about it. And we need to be letting the people that are sending it know, like, hey, this doesn't work on me. It never is going to ever again, because I'm wise to the fact that you don't have good intents for me. I can smell you energetically. I can feel that you don't have good ideas for me. So start moving away. Keep distancing yourself from the ones that don't want to see you grow, that aren't happy when you're happy, that don't clap when you're doing well. And when you do that for them, that you should start realizing that. apparently, again, throat chakra clearages and blockages all over the place. They don't want me to talk about this. And then divine protection. You are being protected by divine beings. They see what you are unable to see and cut it off before it can reach you. That is the beauty. When you start removing yourself from people that don't have your best intention at heart, that is your guides, God, angels, source, guardians, ancestors, whatever you want to look at it. They see conversations that are had in rooms that you would never even know about that they do. Like your guides will protect you. They will move you away from that divine protection. You are being protected by divine beings. They see what you are unable to see and cut it off before it can reach you. You are protected by things that you do not even understand. It's like sometimes and we get so upset because our plans will divert and we'll be like, oh, I really wanted to do XYZ, and yet something happened that I had to change plans. Whatever that diversion was that upset you, sometimes that is like the biggest protection. It's like your angels knew what was going to happen there, so they threw a roadblock so that you wouldn't get hurt. Which is actually very creepy. Now that I think about that, some situations I've been in, I'm like, oh, maybe I was saved from something really big that I didn't know about. Or maybe long term I was saved. Hello. Block removing. Whatever was holding you back has been or is being removed. How are you doing this evening, the Stone Witch? I am Lara Jo, SirenSong lover. Hope you're having a good evening. Assistance. Someone is going to a magic practitioner to get help to cast a spell on you. Assistance. Someone is going... I like that. I like it. Assistant. Someone is going to a magic practitioner to get help to cast a spell on you. Magic practitioners need to know that casting spells brings bad things back to them. I had a former associate want me to do hacks, and I said, yeah, no, I won't dirty my hands like that. No, because I know that I am protected by angels that don't allow me to cause more problems. So the Stone Witch, okay. Half-baked. All right. I wish well, no, I'll get there. Oh, okay. I was going to ask you what kind of pain. Family curse. Someone is using magic to place generational curses on you and your family. So I was about to ask you about your pain, and yet I'm going to guess that pain that you're carrying, that you medicate with, my love, that's a family pattern. And what we don't realize our family patterns look like, it's like we say diabetes runs in the family, and that's like, I'll just say that's a family curse and a family pain, and I'm just using that as an example. Well, it's like we medicate by eating sugar, and then we get diabetes and XYZ. So when you start breaking those family curses, like I learned, I'm like, oh, I don't need to I don't need to emotionally eat to cope with situations that distress me, aka going to family functions. I'll just not go to family functions. So generational family curse breaking is sometimes realizing that these are people around you that's been placed on you. And the bravest thing to do is to start walking away from it and realize when your ancestors, angels, guides are protecting you from family members that don't wish you well. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, the Stone Witch. Would you like to ask a question, my love? Are you just here to chat? What's the vibe for you? What else is the vibe for you if you want to talk? Oop. Oh, okay. I got some other stuff going on here. Hold on. Some other stuff popped out. If you don't want to talk, the cards will talk. And if the message is for you, let it sit. If it doesn't, let it fly. If it fits, let it sit. Although I hang out with cats all day, so they sit anywhere. Wow. You have rebuilt yourself over and over again. And that speaks to such bravery. To have so many broken bones and to keep going. That's big, my friend. You are braver than anyone would ever know. Kudos to you. May we send you some healing and love and light to ease your pain and comfort. I love to ask my guides when I realize that sometimes it's bigger than me. Like if I can't, an example of this is my mother was passing away and I had a lot of pain and anger and resentment, and there was so many unsaid things between us. I get that. I was an x-ray tech. I saw you on the back end from the hold my beer. And typically it was either like, it was a lot of parents, mostly dads, show dogging, like hot dogging for their kids or their buddies. And then they would do something stupid and break themselves. Like, I don't know, skateboarding when they were grown men. And I was like, okay, cool. Yet, please don't keep doing that. So, I don't know. Alright. Spiritual attacks. Someone is trying to attack you spiritually to block your third eye and ability to manifest. Somebody is trying to attack you spiritually to block your third eye and ability to manifest. If you feel like you have big opponents coming against you, they're not stronger than you. You've put yourself back together time and time again. Keep going. Keep growing. If you've gone through so much physically, find out what the next cool chapter is. Like, what do you do next? Like, why did you make it through all those hard adventures to get to this point? Like, create the most beautiful life after this. How do you take your story and make it one of bravery and triumph? Or, I want to say this. If a lot of moments where I did this because I was goofing off, you tested the bounds of, oh man. Okay, well. Yeah. No, that's like, you tested the boundaries of physics and did really cool things with your life. Like, that's a full life. So, that's commendable. No. Just retired. From which one? Skydiving, whitewater climbing, zookeeping, dog training? Like, and do we ever truly retire? I mean, all right. Talk too much. Someone will tell on themselves and reveal their true feelings and intentions towards you. Yeah, no, what we need to learn, especially in society, that being an overachiever is not a badge of honor. Like, we need to rest and we need to play and we need to integrate. Like, that's what we fail to realize, that rest and play is where we heal and integrate. So working so many hours is not a badge of honor. It's like you're showing me you have a hole within your soul to fill. And some of that, though, is actually humanitarian work, like zookeeping and dog training. That's all humanitarian. It's like you're giving back to society, and sometimes you just need to give back to you. I have many titles and roles myself, and when it all becomes too much, I have to sit and meditate and breathe and drink water And sometimes I can only maintain calm for 3 seconds, even if it's just to have a breath. And sometimes I can't even do that. Like when I'll be talking with my boyfriend and it's like I don't even stop to breathe. And he'll be like, you know what, breathe, drink water, meditate, because that's how busy, especially when you're bringing positivity and love and healing to the world, whether it be through working with animals or whether it be through skydiving or creating and growing and learning and experiencing life. Like, you do have to stop and breathe and rest and take care of you. Because if you don't take care of you, no one else will. I'm an overachiever, so the universe made me stop. Like, I got too tired. And the universe said, no, you need to sit down and you need to learn that rest is just as important as work. Because if you're working all the time, how do you appreciate what you have? Or how do you take care of yourself? That's just personal experience coming out. 9 of Wands. This is beautiful message to that rest. Put down the former versions of yourself, those former shadows, those burdens, and walk into the best version of yourself. Take all of the past lives. And I do say it like that, past lives. Like, we don't realize, like, I talk about reincarnation, about how we had past lives. And yet within our own life, we have like different little subchapters where it's like we have like a past life version of us that we may have tried for just a second that no longer fits us, that maybe we have the lesson or the experience to grow with it, but we don't need to keep carrying that around with us into this next version. Like, take the best and leave the rest. So take all of those experiences you've had in life and take all the great parts of it and say, you know what, I want to take this forward. I want to create a path that incorporates all of these different aspects of me into my own opus or my own journey, path, creation in life. Hopefully that all of that makes sense and doesn't sound super... And you know what? It is what it is. That's a message for me. So I guess if I'm preaching on it, it's like, hey, Larry, you need the message too. So for me, I've lived so many different versions within a very short life. And now it's, how do I take different maybe aspects of those, or different shades or different shirts, and take parts of those that I like the best and then leave anything that's no longer part of my passion, my journey, my path forward, and leave it for the rest. Queen of Cups on the bottom, sitting in that fine embodiment of your emotions and being well balanced. You can't. You can't. So we get to take actually, this is the really cool thing. So if we get to take our past experiences from each life. So when we live so many different versions, like lives, simultaneously at the same time. And the cool thing is that when you come online, like you bring your higher self into the picture in whatever lifetime it is, if it's this lifetime, which I hope it is, you get to take all of the experiences from all of the lifetimes, all of that, and integrate it into this lifetime. And you get to live your best life. So in another life, and this is the version I'm going to use because this is kind of how the information was presented to me. Say in another life, in another version of Earth, you were painter, writer, producer, like you were super successful and you want to achieve that. Well, you didn't tap into your higher knowledge in that lifetime, yet you know that you can, and you know that that's a reality in another lifetime. When you actually integrate and say, I want that experience, you can go into that experience, bring that knowledge from that lifetime to live your best life, and you get to bring it into this one. And that's how you crack the code on being the master creator of your life. I've had that with other past lives where it's like I'll go back to that past life and I'll pull that information into this reality so that I can gain those skills and assets that I had in that lifetime. Or I can go into future lifetimes and gain those assets and be like, okay, how do I get what I'm seeking? Like, how do I integrate that lifetime and this lifetime to be able to get what I want? It's maybe I'm making it more complex than it needs to be, or maybe I'm making it simpler, like it needs to be more complex. I don't know. It's a weird concept, and I don't really have too many people to talk to about it, because not too many people understand it or want to talk about it, I guess. All right. Are you the stone witch because your body has been rebuilt? Are you the stone... I just have questions about this name because I have so many ways that I could like interpret that. Have you been turned to stone because you stared at Medusa and her beauty too long? Are you the stone witch because you're herbal? Are you the stone witch because you're from Stone Mountain? Is it all of those? Seven of Swords. How have your choices led to betrayals, backstabbing, this lifetime, past lifetimes? How do you need to start looking through the veil, looking at all of the sly creatures and all of the deceptions behind your back that you may not be privy to? Look at all of the people, places, things that maybe just felt off or odd. Let's see. Prince of Dis. So this is Knight of Pentacles. This is moving slow, steady, forward, building your finances. Be very protective and make sure that you are intuitively feeling in your body if something is for you or not for you. Okay. What's an animal mic? And hold on, let me write that down because I'm learning new things. Please elaborate. Or I guess you've given me a direction to follow, if that makes sense. That is a other thing, is that I am constantly learning spiritual lessons and okay, same. I work with I don't cut and polish stones. I am looking to get into wire wrapping. I do work with crystals. I work with so many different things, but crystals and animals. I have a million ancestors, and I haven't met an animal that I don't like, even the big scary ones. So I don't know if I'm really brave or really stupid. I stood to nose with a longhorn steer and talked about it. So I don't know. Which I know longhorn steer are typically peaceful. I just wasn't expecting to meet him, and if I'd handled it differently, it could have ended a lot worse. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. What I was trying to say about is that when I'm given homework, I go and do my homework as well. Like, it's not that I'm just out here giving people answers. It's like I'm also learning and then going back and giving people answers, because I think one of the things when I first met with one of my friends is that I had given them a homework assignment, like a spiritual homework assignment, and then I had been given a spiritual homework assignment from someone else, and when they had called me to talk about doing their assignment, I was in the middle of doing mine. So I get that. I haven't been on Discord yet, so I don't actually know what Discord really is. 10 of Wands, put down those burdens, let go. That's like you have maxed yourself out, you are completely exhausted, everything's gone, you have to go. So, yeah. King of Swords, sit in your discernment that you need to use logic, reason, cut through all of the bullshit and lies. If the vibe don't feel right, let it go. If it's draining you to the max, let it go. If it makes you unhappy, let it go. If it makes you sick, King of Swords, Aries, I always want to say that. Aquarius, Geminis, Libras get a bad rap because they're seen as cold or harsh or cutting. And truly it's no, like, I have a bigger goal. I need to cut through all of this to get to the correct path. The Hierophant, Taurus energy. Hierophant is higher knowledge. So how are you using higher knowledge? Think Pope. This is tapped into both ethereal magic, and this is also tapped into Hierophant is Taurus, so we're talking earth energy. You're also tapped into the earth, so working with all of the elements within your environment to gain that higher knowledge. You're the bridge between heaven and earth as the Hierophant. So using that knowledge of everything is interconnected, everything is symbolic, everything is one. You are not separate. You are not different from another. You are one and the same. And if you are feeling pain, your person or that other part or the earth or whatever is also feeling pain. So when you see animals in distress, like the whole earth is in distress. When you are in distress, the people around you are in distress. Not always, yet everything around us is a mirror of how we are doing. So if you're struggling, probably everything else is struggling too. Okay. So I don't actually have friends. So I have people to invite. I know that sounds so loner. Like, I'm a popular loner, I guess. Like, I used to have friends. I don't know. And I don't really want friends. Like, I embody that King of Swords energy. So I'm like, yeah, most people are just not on a good vibe. I don't know. I'll have to check it out, though. I do have this stream, but I don't have too many friends, followers. And actually, on, like, Facebook, I used to have almost 900 friends. I used to be very popular. I used to know a lot of people. I intermingle in a lot of groups, but my life went crazy, chaotic, toxic, and no one really seemed like a friend anymore. So I went from 900 friends almost to like 60. Because I would rather have one solid friend that I know has my back when things are really tough than 900 friends that can't be bothered if I were to call them. So, I don't know. Quality versus quantity is what I've learned. It is great for private readings. I need to get more private readings out there. That's hard too, is it because I don't have a lot of friends. Like, it's hard for people to really feel my vibe. So I'm getting out there. I'm working on it. I'm out here streaming. I never thought I'd be doing this, honestly. And that's all happened relatively quickly. Like, I didn't start streaming until last month, but before that, I didn't actually start doing video readings until March, like end of March. So I went from not being able to do a reading on camera at like end of March to actually doing live streams in July. And I know that doesn't really sound like a lot, yet it is a lot. I've gone through a lot. And I went from having a lot of friends and being very popular to not really talking to anyone. So, and I'm not mean, that's just like a side note of life and humanity. I think Corona really did a lot for us. We all were stuck inside, and we realized that the people that we were rocking with weren't really rocking with us. So I'm trying to get my name out there, though, to get readings and pick up the vibe and hopefully connect with people and help others know that you're not alone. We're all in this together. We're all in pain. Like, what I'm going through, you're going through. And anyway, Ace of Cups. When you start bearing your emotions, when you start getting down to the discernment of what you really want, people will start finding you. So for like me personally, when I started wanting to like reach out to people, like truly started to want to reach out to people and start sharing that you're not alone. We're all in this. We all need to help each other. You start getting what you want. You start finding happiness. You start finding love. So when you start opening your mouth and telling people what you want and don't want, you start getting it. So, I don't know. I know this all sounds simple, yet as a woman, we're taught not to have wants, needs, loves, desires, any of that. So, I don't know. Yeah. So that's funny that you say it like that, because I just learned that I glow, like there's sparks around me, and I didn't realize that. So when people were staring, I was like, what are they staring at? No, I glow. I light up from the inside out. The world, I love this as a confirmation. The world is closing out chapters. This is leaving behind things that are no longer good for you. And this is realizing that you are the light. You are the light. You are the lighthouse. You are the guiding for yourself, the world. So closing out those chapters that are no longer part of who you are, and asking for what you want, filling your cup with love and emotions before anyone else. So I'm working on it. I manifest all the time. I work on a lot of things. Hello, Say Davy. How are you, my love? We are, yes. Okay, so to backpedal a little there, Say Davy. I got my lighting situation back on board today. I told you we had storms the other day, and I'm a weather diviner, so I was busy handling other things other than lights. So we're back. I don't know if that makes any type of sense, but the other day was a challenging day when I was in here trying to record and do a stream. All right, let's see what cards flew out there. Ace of Swords. Start using logic, discernment to cut through, and what you want will come to you. So, opportunity charm. I am going to write that down for right now. All right. Let's see what other cards we need. I know I've got some heavy sighs going on here today. It's been just crazy, bananas, stressful in this world. I've been going through a lot of stuff, and that is the thing. We are all going through it. We're all going through it. I'm not exempt. When I speak on karma, and I speak on karma a lot, probably because I'm a Libra, but I speak on karma a lot, and we are in a lot of heavy Libran cycles right now, as a whole, as a society, as the world. And I have those in my circle that are getting karma, and then they turn around and they're like, why are you not getting karma? No, I get karma. You're just not around to see it. I do speak on it though, because it's not fun. So when I speak on karma and well, you didn't get karma. No, I did. You just weren't listening. So now that you're getting karma, and I know that you're getting karma, and I'm watching it because you sent it to me, and now I'm watching you get it. I know what that is. You're not fooling me. Six of Swords. This is moving out of danger. This is moving out of safety. This is maybe communication or spirit guides, ancestors moving you out of danger from the past that you may not have been seeing. So don't always fight when things take you away from past situations that weren't working well for you. That's perfect news for me. That's a perfect confirmation for me. Oh, too many cards. The two cards that did come out that are here. The Hermit. We are the light within the world that we seek. We are the lighthouse that we seek. So going within to heal ourselves. We don't need someone else to tell us what we need. We need to listen to ourselves. We need to listen to our own bodies. We need to heal ourselves and heal our magic. Heal our world. So the Hermit is seeking that divine inner knowledge, light within you. And this helps you to bring in that divine embodiment of love and beauty, fertility. The Empress speaks to Piscean energy, and this is also that nurturing mother, water, Queen of Cups love. You love everything in your environment. Everything that is in your environment is something that you have cultivated and brought in for yourself. You went within to seek that knowledge. The Hermit. You were brave enough. The Hermit is Jesus. Like, that's that medicine of we are self-healing. We have all the knowledge, the inner wisdom within ourselves, and we must go within. Take that walk, that hermitage, that pilgrimage within ourselves to find the knowledge of what we need. And the Empress, again, when we go within, we figure out everything that we want and need. When we seek the knowledge, the medicine within us, the light that we carry within us, we create the most beautiful world that we want for ourselves. So never be afraid to stand alone, even if it's just to clear your mind. Because when you stop listening to other people, you start being able to hear yourself. Yeah? Okay. All right. Okay. Give me just a moment. I'm going to be back. Speak amongst yourselves if you must. And give me just a moment. Okay, give me just another moment. I'm going to do my own advice and go get some tea and take a sip for just a moment. So, please hold. Okay, back. All right. I talk a lot. I forget that I need to hydrate more because, I talk a lot. Of course, that's a running joke. I talk about how there are certain family members within my family that used to fall asleep talking to the wall, and I get it because I am the same. Like, I'll keep talking until I fall asleep. So when I see it in them, I laugh because I'm like, oh, that's something I do. I've been going through like a snap of not talking recently though, so I forgot I need to drink more water. Apparently I'm just cleaning the energy. Alright. Let's see. Let's see what other information wants to come out, if any. Okay. Queen of Discs. How do you need to be sitting in your financial abundance with all of the materials around you? Let's see what other clarifiers came out for that information. Princess of Swords. Have you... Okay. This is using petty, immature, childish female energy. So Princess of Swords. Think of like an immature little girl energy of like, I didn't get the purple cup, so I'm going to throw a tantrum today and ruin everybody's day. Like, don't do that. And this has to deal with deceptions, betrayals, Seven of Swords. This came out earlier. And this is people lying, stabbing you in the back. Take those options, take them out of your back. Queen of Cups. This came out earlier. I love that some of the cards that were out earlier came out and some that were not. So tapping into that energy from earlier. Queen of Cups, sitting in your beautiful embodiment of balanced emotions. So learn who is taking from you and who needs to be taken out of the equation so that you don't keep emptying grass that needs to be moved away from. I don't know if that made sense. Anyway. Water, what waters you? Hold on. Messages come in all around. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to pull from a different deck. I'm going to jump into the Angel Answers question. Let's tap into any energy that may be filtering through the environment. I am Larry Joe, SirenSong lover. If you have any questions, let's see what the answers are for you today. Or if there's any synchronicity, guidance that you need, angel messages that want to scream at us. And synchronicity is really like you didn't listen to the angel messages, so now we're going to start sending you a lot of annoying things. If you believe that it is yours, it will be. Law of assumption. Whatever you want. If you believe it's yours, it will be. Don't. Or I guess if you see the synchronicities and the universe is getting louder, it's trying to tell you that it's coming. Stop whining. It's coming. If you believe it's yours, it is. So if you keep seeing the signs and you're wondering, you're believing it, so it's coming. Too much. Not. Remain positive. Even when things look like a mess. If I picked up the whole deck of cards that fell, we'd be here for hours. Remain positive. So don't look at all of the whole entire mess. Look at like what can we do with the information that we have at hand. And sometimes that information is literally just one single card out of a whole deck that fell out. That focus on what you have. Helpful people are coming to help you clean up. So this is the whole stack that fell out. And I was like, there's no way I can read all of that. But I did have one tiny piece of information. So I'll just remain positive and take what I can. That's life at its finest. Improv, I don't know. Pivoting. I talk too much. Maybe I don't talk enough on how to find the right balance. Take action. Whatever you have been wanting to do, take action. All of the steps align. The path is lit up. Whatever you want to do, whatever goal you want to achieve, whatever thing you want to implement, take action. Because no one else can do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. So, that's something I've been telling myself recently. Like, no one else is going to do this for you. Get up and do it. Because if you don't do it, no one else will. And then it'll just whine about how XYZ. Let's not. So, sometimes the answer is taking action. Sometimes the answer is taking no action. You have to be able to learn and discern when to keep going. This will unlock your abundance. When you do what you need to do, divinely guided and with intention, abundance comes through. Ask your angels for the guidance you need. Ask your angels for the guidance you seek. They will talk to you. They talk to you through music. They talk to you through scent. They talk to you through dreams, through animals, anything of the such. So ask your angels for help. They want to bless you with abundance. They want to bless you with the answers that you seek. They want to give you the keys to the path. Because when you unlock the path, they get blessings. So ask your angels for help. They want to help you. You have to grant them permission. You have to say, I grant you permission to intervene. Well, conflicting. So whatever the first question is, the answer is no. Whatever the question is after that, the answer is yes. Use that as you will. And sometimes it works like that. Hopefully that makes any sense. I love, okay, universe has jokes. It literally will send you like fun little things like that in the near future. Whatever it is you seek is coming to you in the near future. So even if you have no questions, no need for anything now, you may soon. You may come back, or you may get what you need. I don't know. You're drawing women like you like your coffee? Oh. Okay. Say, Davey. I like the concept of full armor, and I truly wear full armor. If you think of it in society, we wear full armor, right? We mask ourselves. So, in theory, full armor would be beautiful and perfect, but in practicality, I couldn't wear full plate armor. It would drive me... No. It don't work well. But I would love to see your art sometime. And I know I'm eating, so there you go, free ASMR. Not only do you get to draw women in full plate armor, you get to hear some ASMR with peanuts and drinking tea. How is the living situation going, my love? And how does coffee go in full plate armor? Okay, so here's my question. Have you ever been to like a SCA event or Renaissance festival? I know that might be like a silly question, but maybe not. Okay. Okay. Which one, SCA or Renaissance Festival? Ooh. Okay. All right. Ren fairs are awesome. Like, I've done a little bit of everything, and I've been, because I had friends that were in the SEA, so I would go and I would actually watch them fight in armor, we lived in Arizona at the time, and it would be during the summer, so it was, whew. And even during the winter, those men would take off their helmets during the winter, and you would just see steam just piling. I was like, oh, that's really hot. It was really, like, hot, like, steamy hot, not hot, like, ooh, hot. I think I was taken at the time. Anyway, it was impressive, and yet I was like, yeah, I can't. I can wear other garb, but not armor. And when I went to the Ren Fair this year, and I actually got garb as well. I got like a fairy skirt and like harem pants. So I have belly dents and pants from the Ren Fair as well. So 7 of Wands, all these passions, betrayals. Not betrayals, but like passions. Like, what choices have we been making, and have they been with, like, taking away? Or have they been adding to our, like, path? Are they adding or are they detracting? So that's something we need to ask ourselves and use discernment on. Do you wear your kilt in public? Can I ask that, or is that just for the Ren Fair? Maybe that's a very personal question. Although you draw full plate armor and you fought a kilt, I'm gonna guess you probably actually rock that in public. You should, though. If you bought it, wear it, man. 9 of Cups. It brings happiness, wish fulfillment, love when you do the things that make you happy, truly happy. So start doing the things that make your emotions go wild. Start doing the things that you love. Start filling your cup. Fair. I would wear it all the time then. I wear stuff to mess with people too. Although I live in a part of the country where it's kind of dangerous to mess with people in certain ways, so we just don't. Boys are, well, it depends on how old these nephews are. It depends on what part of the country you're in. Okay, you know what? Okay. 19's a weird age, and I'm gonna guess you're probably a Gen Xer. And we go out of the way to torture the younger generations. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm calling you out here, sir, on your age. We go out of our way to embarrass the youth. You know what? They have it coming. Oh, well. So I'm 82, so I'm like a weird little... I don't even get into anymore, because people... You don't want to call our generation. Like, we're a different set of warriors. So... You, like, call us, and we're like, no, man, we were out being feral, and you have awoken us, and now you're gonna see why we were told to go play. Because we aren't nice. And we do things like wear kilts to embarrass. I tried so hard to be normal and fit in and not embarrass like my kids, and now I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, no, I can't be normal. I must do things such as wear kilts and listen to Flogging Molly. Not that I actually do that. I do like to hang out with men that do that, though, so it's weird. It's like a vibe you picked up on. Queen of Discs. This is sitting in that financial abundance. Which, say, Davy, I always, like, it's always Queen of Discs or Queen of Pentacles with you. And I don't know if we've talked about your astrological signs or if we haven't. And if we have, like, I talk to a lot of people, so that Pentacles, the abundance you keep working on. And actually, we did talk about that because you talked about your job with, with your job. And I think it's ironic that every time you come in, that energy comes out. So that's us sitting in that. We've done our work. We've done the hard work. We've earned the right to be able to be called millennials and what did you say? Zennials? Zillennials? I don't even know. Now, I think I heard like Generation Alpha, and I'm like, you guys need to stop. This generation war is just bananas. We all need to work together. Hopefully that makes sense. And your nephew probably isn't as embarrassed or dislike what you embody at all. He probably actually is very grateful that you're willing to not conform to the older generations like our parents and be so stuffy like that. So your nephew probably actually looks up to you more than you realize. Let's see if there's any, I mean, that was a whole mess of cards, but let's see if there's any other cards that want to jump out at us. Prince of Swords. How do you need to be using discernment and logic to bring in your best life possible? How do you need to be using, like, cutting through and flying above the information that doesn't make sense to you? Ooh, that one flew into my sound bowl. Let's see. The Devil. The addictions that have been holding you, you either need to let it go or learn to let it go. Are you using the swords to cut through addictions that are no longer serving your highest good or that of your family? I don't know. Oh, I may have to go pretty soon. Yeah, it's been a busy day energetically. It's been a busy week energetically. Death. This is endings, transformations, rebirth. How do you let go of past versions of yourself again that you no longer need to hold on to bring forward into the future? So be willing to let go of the addictions that no longer serve your highest purpose. Speaking of my and King of Cups, when you do this, you'll bring in that embodiment of emotions and that well-rounded sitting in love and happiness. King of Cups in reverse is like petty and impetuous and imbalanced. Queen of Swords, you may be dealing with an air sign, feminine. This is a female that uses her logic, discernment. So, okay, so what I'm getting there is if you want an embodiment like of the Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Discs, you have to be willing to cut through the things with logic and discernment, the addictions, the devil addictions, put an end to it, to call in this like counterbalance, like that balance of King of Cups, being in your masculine embodiment of emotions and using your feminine, like this is that cutting, using logic to be able to discern what is no longer for you. Hopefully that made any type of sense. I know that was kind of drawn out. Yeah. Maybe I just talk to talk. Again, I talk so much I used to fall asleep talking to like the wall because I just talked so much and I had so much to say about everything all the time. Yeah. Some of us just came here to talk and bring messages to anyone that would listen or that wanted to listen or that needed the message. I'm going to take a few more cards from the tea leaf oracle, see if there's any cards in here that want to speak to me, to us, to you, to anyone. See if there's any synchronicities. Maybe that card earlier for talk too much, like somebody will reveal their secrets that they care about you more than they admit. Maybe that's me too. Probably what's good I'm not around some people, because if I were, I would probably tell them how much I love them, and that wouldn't do anyone well, unless they were into that. If they weren't, then that's just embarrassing. The answers that you seek, whatever you seek, that information came to you in July or is going to come to you next July. So if you go back to July, which luckily we're in August, if you go back to July, anything that was troubling you or has been weighing on you for a while, you probably got the information that you needed in July, or something started to move in July on that wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. How do you need to take control of the reins? And hills, obstacles to overcome. I can't pick them up off the floor today. I'm sitting down low because like the energy need to be centering. It's problematic though because I can't pick up with my nails right now. So wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. And hills, obstacles to overcome. So whatever was thrown in your way in July that you felt indecisive about, there's messages or obstacles, addictions, maybe patterns that you need to be looking at. So whatever came up to the surface in July, probably around July 21st, which was around the full moon, a Capricorn full moon, which we had 2 Capricorn full moons back to back, and we just had Aquarius full moon a few days ago. Those lessons that we learned last July, like July 21st, around that Capricorn full moon, those were just coming up to be closed again a few days ago in the full moon in Aquarius. So whatever you were not decisive on, you've got to overcome those. And again, only you can do that. So, and only you can know what that is. I can help give you guidance, but you're the one that actually has to put those pieces where they fit. Oh, excuse me. We'll just say that was a confirmation verb. Kite. Vacation. How do you need to be planning for vacation? How do you need to be figuring out what it is that you want to be doing in life with your free time? How do you need to be unwinding and relaxing? And the other card, and again, can't pick it up off the floor. Sunrise. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Okay. You need to be taking a vacation and watching the sunrise. I know, oh, I can't take a vacation, I don't have time, or I don't have anywhere to go, or I don't have anybody to go with, or I don't have the money, or the XYZ. No, even if it's like, I have to do this with myself, because I'm always thinking about business, I'm always working, I'm always getting messages, like, this isn't a persona, it's like spirit, like, all the time, I'm getting messages from spirit. It don't matter if it's 3 a.m, it don't matter, I'll end up like getting woke up out to like write down a message or deliver a message to someone. It's like all the time. But some days you need to actually make it a vacation day. Even if you have to create like a day that you're just like, I am not doing any work tomorrow. I'm not going to think about this. I'm not going to do anything. Sometimes a vacation day is I'm taking tomorrow off and I'm going to make it the most beautiful day ever. I'm going to wake up early, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to do XYZ that I love to do, and nothing's going to stress me out. So sometimes that like taking a vacation is literally just taking time to yourself, even if it's half an hour to drink a cup of coffee without anyone talking to you. Be willing to create your own vacations and sunrises and opportunities so that you can create new ideas. When we take rest and break, we create space to breathe life into what we need. I don't know if that... Okay. Career. That's plain and simple. Take a moment to breathe so that you can figure out where you want to go in life and work. And Star, you have guaranteed success. So whatever it is that you want, take a moment to breathe and everything will be yours. Just clear out your mind. Okay? And actually, I'm just going to wrap up right there. I hope you guys have a beautiful night. I hope you've received messages that you need, and I'll see you again soon. And I am Larry Joe, SirenSong Lover, and good night.